I kept getting this ad on my Instagram For You page, and it was the same person. I'm not going to say who they are, but I'm guessing you'll probably be able to know who it is. And the same ad kept coming up again and again and again, guaranteeing a certain amount of appointments for my agency, for my business, for my coaching thing, blah, 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 blah. Basically, when I was an agency owner, I kept receiving ads again and again for these different courses. Finally, I decided to go on YouTube. I wanted to kind of understand more about what the agency model was. I watched Iman Gaji's video, The Best Business Model Of, and then he inserts whatever year it is and he just re-uploads the video, right? So I watched that video and I sat there and I was like, oh my goodness, this is the business model I want to go for. This is my road to financial freedom. This is my road to freedom in all sense of the words, whether that be location, time, and financial freedom. Really, I truly believed this was going to be my ticket out there. Now, I'm not here to critique the course, Agency Navigator, or whatever. What I am here to tell you is that was the first time I genuinely explored educating myself online. And the reason I think it's so important now is that there are three main differences between you and the person you want to become. And the person that you want to become most likely has all of these things ticked off, and I would love to share them with you so that you understand it. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Fedi Lecamus, and I'm here to teach you how to use God-given laws that govern our lives to change your life completely. That means making more money, feeling at peace, and ultimately serving God. Why is it that you need to be educating yourself? Why is it such an important investment? To be honest with you, there's not much of a difference between me and the person that I was, other than, like I said, these main three things, which are beliefs, traits, and skills. Now, educating yourself online could actually change all three of these things. And the reason why it's such a big investment, I'll share with you guys at the end kind of the main reason I invest in myself consistently. But because if you want to challenge who you currently are and become the next version of you, if you will, the main thing you'll find is that you kind of lack knowledge on something. Maybe you lack knowledge on a specific skill. Maybe you lack knowledge on a specific trait. Maybe you lack knowledge on a specific belief. You see, this knowledge can only be acquired by those who have done it before you. And I can't remember the quote exactly where it came from. I don't know if this is exactly how it was said. But why waste your time learning something that you could have learned from someone who already made the mistake? Why repeat the same mistakes as that person when you could have just learned from them? There is no point. If you want to get further in life, you have to understand that you learning from others is going to allow you to push further in regards to where you could be right now. So if you imagine yourself in your current situation, what if I gave you all the knowledge that I had? Do you think you'd be able to get further in life in 6 months' time than if you stayed where you were? Obviously. Now, the same goes if you were to invest yourself today. Every piece of knowledge you accrue, every piece of knowledge you acquire, every piece of knowledge you apply, right? Key principle I'll be talking about in step number 2. The key thing for you to do in this case is to acquire as much knowledge and then apply it. And when you do so, you'll find yourself becoming a completely different person with a new trajectory. Now, on the second point, how do you actually apply it? Why is it such an important thing to do? Well, the application of these skills, the application of the new knowledge, that is what's going to help you genuinely change your life. You see, what most people won't tell you in the self-improvement space is that action elicited from thought. They don't tell you about thinking is more important than acting at first. The point of thinking, the point of new knowledge, is to change your behavior. Now imagine paying $1,000 for a course, and then what do you end up doing? Acting the exact same as you did before. Well, guess what? You wasted $1,000. It doesn't matter what you know in your mind. It doesn't matter what knowledge you acquired. You are still acting the same. So what is the difference between you and the person you want to become? The main difference is that when they acquired the knowledge, they acted on it straight away. Always act on the knowledge that you acquire. Even if you find yourself not succeeding with it, even if you find that something's gone wrong, I promise you, brother, if you act on it, you will allow yourself to genuinely change and learn from an experience rather than just from knowledge. Right? Knowledge at the end of the day remains that. It remains theory. What you want to do is apply it into your life to see how you can use it properly. Imagine a sword in a sheath. It only becomes a weapon once you take it out and you're ready to use it as a weapon. Before then, it is literally just an inanimate object. The same goes for your knowledge. Your knowledge is useless. It's nothing if you don't apply it into your life. Now, finally, I wanted to touch upon the main point of this video, which is to understand the new self that you want to become, the new person you want to become. The vision you have of yourself, making more money, feeling confident, feeling at peace, looking better, building more muscle, etc., etc. This vision you have, the perfect self, the perfect vision of you, you can only become that if you change your behavior. And the first way to change your behavior is how to change your thoughts. You have to look in, how do I change my thoughts? If my behavior is the same, it's because my thoughts are the same. There's going to be a bit of a lag between your new thoughts and your new behavior. I don't know how long that lag is. For me, it's usually 2 weeks. If I introduce a new thought, it usually takes 2 weeks for it to kind of materialize into action. But for most people, it takes around a month. For most people, in fact, actually, it takes around a week to see some sort of change, but it takes around a month for you to see the proper change in your life from those actions that you've created. Well, most people won't want to tell you, and they don't tell you this because they can't sell you a course. How can someone sell you a course on how to think properly? They don't. It's hard. It takes years to understand it. It takes loads of investments to read the books on it, etc., etc. But what I want you to understand is that if you change the way you think, you are going to change the way you act. And the best way to change the way you think is to acquire certain knowledge on the world, is to acquire a certain new perspective. You see, the reason you act a certain way, the reason you are becoming an entrepreneur, is because Andrew Tate or someone else changed your belief about a 9 to 5. That's why you're pursuing entrepreneurship. That's why maybe you decided not to go to university. But the reason you did go to university, if you're like me, I'm at university currently, right, studying politics, I believe that this is the only way for me to get the job that I'm looking to get, being a diplomat. And the reason I believe that, well, we're not going to dive into that right now, right, where our beliefs come from, but the reason I believe that, and the way it's kind of led to where I am right now, there's a huge correlation between this belief and the fact I'm at university. It is literally the only reason I'm at university. It's the same way with you wanting to be more masculine. If you didn't have your beliefs changed about what masculinity was, then you would still be acting the same way as you did at 12 years old, and you'd still be acting the same way as everyone in your class does. Everyone's simping over this girl, trying to do this, trying to do that, right? Speaking with a high-pitched voice, gaming, drinking, eating junk food. Like, you get my point, right? So what you are doing is changing your beliefs to then change your thoughts, to then change your actions. This is the key part I wanted to share with you. Beliefs lead to new thoughts lead to new actions, and a new action leads to a new reality. So if you want to genuinely change your reality, brother, invest in yourself, invest in new beliefs, invest in new thoughts, because sometimes it's hard for us to have those, but once we do, it all clicks. It's like a eureka moment. So I hope that makes sense. If you did enjoy the video, leave me a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe as well. I do have a link at the top of the description. That is my free community. Once I get 50 members, I think we're around 16 or 17 currently. Once I get 50 members, I'm opening the doors completely, releasing some free courses in there and everything like that. But anyways, brother, God bless you. Jazakallah al khair, and I'll see you very, very soon.